Welcome to Fishin Magician TV with Dave Graybill. Brought to you by Hooked on Toys, Town Ford, Lyle's Boats, Grand Coulee Dam Area Chamber of Commerce, Coulee Playland, Battery Systems, Bobfile Boats and Motors, Lake Pateros Inn, and Gaboon Productions.
That's a nice right there. He's so fat. Today we're on the scenic Icicle River, well above the Snow Creek trailhead, just outside of Leavenworth, Washington. We're only about 12 or 15 miles outside of town, and just in that short period of time, you leave the hustle and bustle and fun of the town of Leavenworth, and you're in this beautiful alpine setting. It is gorgeous up here on this stream. And oftentimes you can find a patch of water that's loaded with small rainbow and fish it all by yourself. It's one of my favorite things to do in the summertime. Typically, the water level on the icicle drops into fishing shape in late July or early August, depending on the runoff and the weather that we have. This year it was very late, and I was only able to really start fishing the stream effectively in very early August. Now, this is a short season on the icicle because we're at elevation, and oftentimes the fish shut down and go dormant by early September or early October, again, depending on the weather. You're not going to catch big fish on the icicle, but you're going to catch some of the most beautiful small rainbow trout and some cutthroat you'll find anywhere. I like to approach this stream with light tackle. Now, I'm not saying a 5-weight is out of the question, and most people that fish this region have one, and it's a great rod. It gives you a nice line control because I typically, and most people, use about a 9-foot 5-weight rod. I've got this little Temple Fork 3-weight that's a real favorite of mine though, because it just makes these little rainbow feel like a steelhead when you hook one. Typically you can use dry flies this time of year. There's some good hatches. You can also fish some nymphs. But I'm going to start off today with the same fly I've been using pretty much the whole time up here, and that's that Parachute Adams. It's one of my favorites. Parachute Adams is very good. A renegade fish, both wet and dry, works very well. A stimulator is a great pattern, as is a Royal Coachman Trude. And as far as nymphs, I'll use a bead-headed Prince nymph very effectively. But if you had just one fly to use, that Parachute Adams is a dandy. And of course I like to use these parachutes because they're easy to see and they float nice and high on the water. Now I'll show you exactly what I mean as I step out into the stream and we do some actual fly fishing here on the Icicle River. One of the important things about fly fishing, casting on a small stream like this isn't critical. You're not casting great distances. You need to be able to place your fly and have it float naturally downstream. Reading water is one of the things that comes into play. What you will learn on this small water translates to bigger water, and that's why I like to introduce people to this. What they learn here is going to also pay dividends as they advance. And in this particular spot, what I'm looking for, we're in a very shallow bend in the river off a rocky bank, and there's just this nice rock bed, round rock bed. But just outside here, a short distance away, I can see where it breaks into this nice deep pool. And typically what I expect when I look at water like this is the fish aren't going to be laying up in this shallow water. They're going to be laying right off the edge where that breaks into a little deeper water, and also a little bit closer to where there's main current and better oxygenated water too. So let's see if I'm right about this spot, and I'm going to start making some casts to the edge of this break here. See if there's any of those hungry rainbow I was telling you about laying there. A little bit more line out. I have a little bit of wind to deal with here tonight too. But there, now that one's just hitting. Oh! You gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. There was a fish laying exactly where I thought, and of course, he got me all excited, and I've wound my line up. Oh my. These guys, you will miss a great number of the strikes because they are just so quick and hard to react to. I'll lay one out there, about there, right on top of that break. Just letting it drift with the current. Let it float over that as it goes deeper. Now we'll try one a little bit further out where it's a little bit deeper. It's hard for me to imagine there was just one fish in that spot, but we'll work our way out across that break. And as you can see in the distance, we have this nice feature with this large log where the river's breaking against that. But interestingly enough, I haven't found a lot of fish laying right against that log, but lower down in this current line. I guess there was just one fish there. We'll fish it up a little bit higher. We're here in the mid to late afternoon today, and it's kind of fun. This stream will just come alive as it gets closer to dusk when the hatches develop. But I was, oof, there he is. 0 for 2. These guys will make you crazy. One. Whoa! There you go. Hey! See, that was right out there against that log where I said we wouldn't get anything. Another thing I should have mentioned when I'm talking about these flies is oftentimes now, like these, I actually buy them that are barbless. But you always want to pinch your barbs when you're fishing for these rainbow. Pretty little fish.
Hooked on Toys!
Fall salmon are on their way to our region and in record numbers. There could be over 1 million fish in this run. Are you ready for this fantastic fishery? Better get to Hooked on Toys in Wenatchee. Nobody has more gear for fall fishing, and they have a staff of experts to tell you how to fish for them. Don't miss out on the hottest fishing of the year. Get to Hooked on Toys at 1444 North Wenatchee Avenue, and be sure to visit them on the web at hookedontoys.com.
Hooked on Toys!
Fishing in our region has never been better, and if you aren't equipped for it, you're missing out. Bob File Boats and Motors has a great lineup of boats made for fishing in our region, like Kingfisher, Smokercraft, and Alumaweld, and they can find one to fit any fishing style or budget. They have all the accessories too, like electronics from Lowrance. They can take care of you from stem to stern. Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee.
Bob File's gonna make you smile. Your town Ford is kicking off the season with the best deals of the year. It's the Built Ford Tough Truck event. Great power and amazing fuel economy means no compromises. And that's what you get in a truck built Ford Tough. Like the Ford F-150 with a powerful and efficient EcoBoost engine. The power you want and the economy you need. Or Ford Super Duty with its amazing 6.7-liter Power Stroke turbo diesel. If you're looking for power, payload, towing economy, your town Ford's got the truck for you. Head to your town Ford in East Wenatchee.
Sometimes when I finish my drift, what I'll do is kind of let that line straighten out, and then I'll just lift my rod tip and even pop it back toward me. Now it's on another nice little drift, and I can put a different line to it. And also, those fish sometimes like that fly trying to get away with them and even popping on the surface. Sometimes that'll stimulate a bite. We'll do another drift through there. And move up. There's some nice big rocks. Whoa, boy! Yeah. Just as the fly went under the water. Pretty average rainbow for the icicle. On my on the butt of my rod, I have this number 10. I've measured it from here to the top of the cork. It's 10 inches, so that's the trophy mark. Get a 10-incher on the icicle. That's a whopper. Another thing I really enjoy about this in the summer is oftentimes it can, be 90 or 100 degrees in the valley floor, and we come up here and it's in the mid-70s and water's about the same. Just a real great way to cool off in the afternoon with a few little rainbow distractions. There, I got him. He kept chasing that popping fly. That's beautiful. Just gorgeous rainbow. Bye-bye. Now, as you see, when I'm doing my casting, I'll keep the line tight when I'm going forward, and then I'm just, either popping that fly or retrieving it. And, with this kind of fishing, you're not dependent on the drag in your reel. You can just easily use your forefinger against the rod butt to keep your line tight. And you can allow line to slide out if you need to. And most of the time I'm playing my fish just with my fingertip and my hand. Another thing I've always wanted, I've come up here for years just with a pair of tennis shoes. And I tell you what, these rocks are slippery, and footing can be dicey. And I always wish they had, and then I would wear my regular wading boots that I would wear for other types of fishing because they had a good felt sole, so I'd get better footing. And I always wish they made something light so I wouldn't have to wear my regular boots. And lo and behold, our good friends at Corkers came out with what they call wet waders, and that's what I've been using now, and they are just so nice. They weigh about the same as a tennis shoe, but they come with that Omnitrack system, which you can interchange the soles. They have a very pliable rubber sole, and then also a felt sole that you can just snap in and out. It's just the greatest system. And instead of buying, when I was wearing my regular wading shoes, I'd have to wear very heavy socks to fill the wader because those are made to go inside a wader and then have a sock for fishing in the fall and winter. These I can just get in my regular shoe size and wear a light sock. They're extremely comfortable, and I'll tell you what, I get just great grip on the rocks with these felt soles, and I just absolutely love them. It's a great product for just what we're doing in the summertime, and that's wet wading.
When you're fishing at Banks Lake, Lake Roosevelt, even Rufus Woods, the place to stay is at Cooley Playland in Electric City. They have camping and RV hookups right on the water. There's a launch with fuel and one of the best tackle shops in the area. You can get your state and tribal fishing licenses right there. Cooley Playland has been the friendly place to stay for fishermen for decades, and if you haven't camped there yet, you'll learn why. Call for reservations at 509-633-2657. Be sure to visit their website at cooleyplayland.com.
The Evinrude E-Tech. It's a dream come true.
For E-Tech engine sales and service and repair of all boats and motors, call Lyle's Boats and Motors in Kashmir.
One of the reasons we don't find very large fish in this river is that they have such a short growing season. There are good hatches while they're available, and you can see on the rocks there's lots of bugs that can hatch, but they only have about 3 months of the year to put on any weight. Sometimes I would come up here, walk right up to this pool, Get here about maybe 6. And just sit on a log and wait. And then when I start seeing some fish come up, then I'll get up and go to work. Little one. That's a good one. Ooh, that's a dandy. Yeah. That's a nice icicle rainbow right there. He's so fat. Oh my goodness. That guy's busy putting on the pounds. Nice fish.
Oh, there we go. That's a good one.
That's an acrobatic. Oh, look at that. Gee, Minnie. You're hired. Oh. Some of these guys, they just think they're steelhead, I tell you. They just love it. Beautiful fish. Gosh, the color. Another very nice fish. Easy.
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! Just like that. Oh! I must have taken 15 out of this little patch. Better shut up and fish here. Oh! Hi, I'm Dave Graybill, the Fishin Magician, and I'm sitting in front of the Lake Pateros Inn. Lake Pateros Inn is one of the most convenient places you can stay if you like to fish for salmon or steelhead on the Upper Columbia River.
You can moor your boat at the dock, or there are 2 ramps within yards. They have outdoor power so you can charge your electric motor. Rooms are clean and comfortable and very affordable. Everything you need is right here at the Lake Pateros Inn.
Gaboon Productions LLC is a full-service video production company right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Gaboon is a term coined by my grandfather, commercial fishing in Alaska. It's when a bunch of fish hit your net all at the same time. We capture life as you see it. From filming those special moments to catching something big, Gaboon Productions LLC can record it, edit it, and save it for you forever. We do weddings, theater productions, concerts, reunions, commercials, and more. Go to GaboonProductions.com on the web, check us out on Facebook and on YouTube. Gaboon Productions LLC, the little video company capturing your big moments.
The goal of Battery Systems is to provide the best products combined with the most efficient service at competitive prices. I've found their people live up to this, so don't buy anything without talking to them. You should make their batteries and accessories your choice to power your vehicles and boats. This is Dave Graybill, and I choose Battery Systems to keep me running onshore and on the water. To find a Battery Systems product expert in a location near you, log on to batterysystems.net.
Whoa! Whoa! Wow! Jeez! This is a beauty, icicle beauty. Very nice. Very nice. That's a nice one for the icicle right there. Woohoo! That would have hit my 10-inch mark on my cork. Yeah, very nice. Well, there it is. Tell you, we've been up here for about an hour or so. Fish after fish, these beautiful cold water rainbow. That's icicle fishing. It's a great way to spend a summer evening.
Thanks for watching Fishin Magician TV with Dave Graybill. Brought to you by Gaboon Productions, Lake Pateros Inn, Bob File Boats and Motors, Battery Systems, Coulee Playland, Grand Coulee Dam Area Chamber of Commerce, Lyle's Boats, Town Ford, and Hooked on Toys.